The alley from Jaylen. Oh, I've never seen Mitchell Robinson run like this in my life ever. Look at him.
He has become
Who runs like that? We turn the Jets on.
He has become such a
Knicks Rehab.
Does he have to do it again?
Yeah, he does. Night in and night out.
Big Knicks. Big Mitch. Big body. Brunson. Give him the Santa Claus laugh. 132, 125 victory for the Nueva York Knicks over them bum-ass Miami Heat. Jaylen Brunson going bananas. We'll get to him in a second. And his 45 points going crazy. Bam Adebayo. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Niggas dirt.
Oh, my God. Yo, old boy been saying it for a minute.
Yo,
been saying that.
Listen, I'm good. This all defensive first team business. I don't even know about that. And definitely offensively. You are regular degular out here, Bam Adebayo. Holy shit. That all imagine if he played for our team, we would be going crazy. Flea, you would be losing your mind if that man was posting up every night for us at the Garden.
If we had Bam, I don't know. Okay, go ahead.
We just go with it. We have to get past the box score. 7 points for Andrew Wiggins. More bummage. Andrew Wiggins. Garbage. They made excuse after excuse for you, brother. You got that flash in the pan in Golden State. Good for you. Got the ring. You earned it. Not gonna lie for that year. But you let Draymond Green run amok, man. Well, you should have snuffed him because he's still over there going crazy. 28 points for Kel'el Ware. 19 rebounds are saying there, Flea. Some people are saying, you said 20. I seen King Speech say 20 as well. It looks like it's a 20-20 for the night. Kel'el Ware, a.k.a. Miami Wemby is what they call him. In them streets of Miami. That's what I heard. 13 points for Davion Mitchell, 22 for Norman Powell, 23 for Jaime Jaquez. He had 23? Damn. He had a sneaky 23. Norman Powell's 22 felt more like 35. He really kept him in the game. I think he's the only one with a good plus minus, the only positive plus minus on the Miami Heat. All positive minutes from him. But who cares? We're talking about our Knicks. 18 points for OG Anunoby after having big donut in the first half. Went crazy in the second half. Held us down. Josh Hart, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Loved him driving down on a fast break. Did a little spinner Rooney. Passed it off to OG. Amazing work over there. 2 points for Karl-Anthony.
Did you say spinner Rooney?
I did say spinner Rooney. 2 points for the imposter. Sad lion tonight, guys. Pussycat. 2 points, 3 turnovers, 4 fouls, 6 rebounds, 1 for 5 from the field, no 3-point attempts, just 2 free throw attempts. He was complaining all night long about free throws you're never going to get. We'll get to him in a second. 24 points for Mikal Bridges. Another day at the office for Mikal Bridges. Jesus H. Huh? 4 assists to go along with those 24 points, 2 rebounds, and some stellar defense, point of attack. Top of the league, looks like. Top 10 at least. 10 points for Jordan Clarkson. Some decent minutes. 9 points for Mitchell Robinson. 7 rebounds. Of course, the love that we showed earlier. He's going bananas. Bananas. Hustling down court. Sprinting like he was Usain Bolt all of a sudden. Big time. Big time. Diarra, in 3 minutes of action, hit a 3-pointer from the corner. I thought it was OG. Flea and I was speaking offline. We thinking that, Mike Brown loves that kid. Wants to give him more minutes. Earned his vote of confidence. 9-man rotation summed up with Tyler Kolek in his 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He had 1 turnover. But he's continuing the progress. Did pretty well for us. Played the entire second quarter, if I'm not mistaken. But all takes a backseat to the captain. 47 points, 8 assists 15 and 26 from the field, 6 of 13 from the field. He had 27 in the first half, added another 20 in the second half. Bananas. The Knicks shot 20 of 38 from three. That was the beginning of the story there because Miami shot 17 and 35. Both teams were on fuego. You see here, tail of the two halves, Miami Heat. They controlled the second quarter specifically because the first quarter looked like was back and forth. And you see here, third quarter and on, Miami Heat couldn't do nothing. 5 lead changes. The biggest lead was 11 by the Knicks. Miami had a 10-point lead at a certain point, but that dwindled, obviously. 132-125 was the final score. 36-45, Miami Heat won the rebound battle, specifically primarily because of Kel'el Ware. He went bananas. Mitchell Robinson's gonna have to watch some tape. Karl-Anthony Towns gonna have to watch some tape. 28 assists to 26. The Knicks got the edge on the assist battle. 7-5, they got the steals edge. 3-1, they got the blocks edge. 12-11 turnovers. Glad it wasn't more than that. 55% from the field, the Knicks shot to Miami's 47. 52% from three to Miami's 48. The free throw disparity, 85% for the Knicks, 74 for the Miami Heat. And here we go, second chance points. The Miami Heat had 24 of those to the New York Knicks 7. Fast break points, the Knicks had 15 to 10 to edge them out. And points in the paint was 46 all. They both tied for the same amount of points in the paint. Sometimes they update all that stuff, so we'll check back later on that. All ball. Big win for the Knicks. What are your thoughts here with our victory, snapping, not allowing us to be a 2-game losing streak?
I think this was a very big win. As I tell y'all, night in and night out, every team we play against, they give their best, especially when it's at home in the Garden. We all know, Miami's a tough team, no matter what the roster looks like. They got one of the best coaches in the NBA, and for some reason, Miami always plays us tough. You watch the whole game, you see it had to go down to the wire. Even when we up 10, they still on fire hitting threes. What kept Miami in the game was free throws. They shot, I think, double amount of free throws than us. We might have shot 17, 18. They shot 35 or something like that. So that's what kept them in the game. But this was a great bounce back game. We both all was saying that, let's see how we bounce back Sunday night. Let's not try to go on a 2-3 game losing streak. And to protect home against a tough team, listen, it was a great win. Big body Brunson. Listen, man, Flea, how long we been saying it now? Fabian, what more do people need to see? I seen a post from I think it might have been Players Choice. Shout out to them. And one of the young men was saying, like, yo, at this point, it's like no matter what the defense is, whether it's a great defense, a bad defense, whether it's a double, triple team, this young man Brunson does what it does. And we're going to start having to give him the respect he deserves. When we talk about some of the best little guards that ever played the game, from AI to Iverson, the Currys, and we're not talking about championships. And we know Brunson is, far from being done. He has a whole career ahead of him. But when we start talking about some of the best that ever did it at that height, to put the ball in the bucket, just solely how we treat Carmelo, we got to start treating Brunson like that, y'all. I'm saying as far as when we talk about Melo, as far as being one of the best power forwards, one of the best offensive guys at that size, to put the ball in the bucket, when we talk about little guys that can play basketball and put that thing in the bucket, listen, man, Jaylen Brunson is the real deal. Without Brunson tonight, we lose this game. I'm not going to stomp on Cat because I'm pretty sure we all going to do that in a bit. But I listen, Brunson was who he is, man. The young man can play the game of basketball. No matter what defense you play against him, he's going to get his numbers. But for me, I'm just glad that Mike Brown got this win. I liked some of the rotations. I keep telling y'all, we can say what we want about Jordan Clarkson, but his minutes are very important when Deuce and Shamit is not there, right? He's always, for some reason, he'll get on your nerves, but he'll hit a timely bucket, which we would need drastically, right? Big Mitch, 100% from the free throw line tonight. What more can we say about him? No trolling, all jokes aside. We see what we look like when we're fully healthy and everybody is on their A game. OG, horrific first half. Came back in the second half, But what I always tell y'all, if you can't do nothing on the offensive end, I'm fine with that. Make up on the defensive end. And we've seen OG being aggressive, steal some blocks, even though they call some ticky-tack fouls on him. You're not going to just roll over him and flee. Mikal Bridges, listen, man, Mr. Reliable.
Most
Mr.
consistent player this year. Most consistent player this year.
In the whole NBA, he is flying
I feel
under the radar.
I ain't mad at that.
Seriously, out of the whole NBA, he is the most consistent. Seriously, man. And it's almost like that mid-range, you could just count it. Like once it go up, you could just run back on defense because that shit is money. And now his three-point shot is getting back up there percentage-wise. Yes. Yeah. So, you know, what more can I say? A big win. Y'all know me. Miami, Indiana, Boston, Philly, Lakers. I think those are the teams that I despise and hate. So I love when we beat them. But the Miami Heat, for some reason, I told y'all this the other day, when we thought it was just going to be a win. And it looked a little shaky for a moment. But Mike Brown stood in there, hung in there. Like I said, Kolek was in there running the offense. He didn't look bad on defense. Even though, you know, Powell tried to pick on him a little bit, he held his own. So that gave Mike Brown the confidence to keep him in there. So I just think tonight Mike Brown coached a hell of a game because this could have easily been a loss. And then now we back on your neck. Pause. You back up at strike one, maybe strike two from me. But just all seriousness, a great bounce back win. Because you know we put up a stinker. And listen, big body Brunson, man. I don't know what else people need to see. We keep talking about the same names every day, every week on all platforms. Brunson needs to be mentioned in a lot of these conversations. When we talk about best player in the NBA, MVP, whatever category y'all want to talk about, what this young man is doing, he's doing it again, y'all. He put Tom Thibodeau on his back, and now he's putting Pat on his back. Because let's be for real, Pat ain't giving us shit this season. Seriously. He ain't giving us all NBA third team. He not giving us all-star. He not giving us none of that. He's letting Brunson do this shit once again on his own. And if Mikal and Tyler and OG and these guys didn't step up this season, no telling what would have been happening. But big shout. I give this the credit, Mike Brown. And come on, man. Big body Brunson. But great win. Great win. Great bounce back win. Let's get this thing right back on track. Go on another maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 game win streak. And let's stick in the minds of the basketball world. We all legit. But I love it. Big win. Big win.
Fleet, what do you see compared to the last two games? There's been a lot of talk about the Knicks didn't have their legs under them after winning the NBA Cup. The Lakers and the Bucks didn't respond well after winning the NBA Cup the last two seasons. Did we see something different? It looked like we're back to business.
I mean, I think we finally got off of that high, right? We was on a huge high winning the Cup championship, and then we took that adrenaline over to the Indiana game, which we had to muster up a win with that game, right? That was a game that went down to the wire, and Brunson had to hit a big shot for us to win that game. And so, you know, now we play Philly. We don't have no legs. We at the crib. They coming at us. That backcourt is quick. They're fast and quick, right? Like they get to it. They get up and down the court. They're athletic guards. They was physical. And so, you know, I wasn't upset about that loss the other night, but I could tell that we just didn't have legs. Tonight's Knicks team looked like a fresh legs Knicks team, a team that was well rested, a team that was, you know, refocused, a team that was looks like we were focused now on going forward. That part of the season is over with. Now let's go forward. I was impressed with everybody tonight. Obviously, Jaylen Brunson is the player of the game. 47 points from him. Shot the ball well, picked his spots well. Still had 8 assists. Didn't turn the ball over tonight. I think that's huge, especially because we turned the ball over 18 times against Philly. And so if we take care of the ball, then nobody can fuck with us. So I love the fact that Jaylen Brunson was aggressive tonight, especially on a night that Cat was struggling extremely. Me and OG is in the text message in the first half of the game. Shit, first 5 minutes of the game. Where is he at? What is he doing? He's just out there running around getting cardio. So for him to hold it down on the offensive end and everybody else for that to be contagious, right? We're looking at Mikal Bridges, steady Eddie, going to get you 24 points tonight. his shots in the fast break, those threes that he hit like three threes in a row in the same spot, right? Just knocking them down with confidence. And that just turns into him flying around on defense. We're going to have a couple of guys on the all defensive team this year, and it is going to be our wings, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. You could book that. They are doing their job when it comes to defending on the wings. They're doing an outstanding job as of late. So, great job by OG Anunoby. Resurrect that first half. That first half was a stinker. Last game was a stinker. He came out in the third quarter and was really, him and Brunson really carried us in that third quarter. OG Anunoby doesn't give up on the defensive end. I love that about him. Even if his shot is not falling, he's going to give us something else. And that just, turned it over into him hitting shots, getting out, seeing the ball going the hoop, and now he got it going. So I love the way we playing basketball right now. We get a huge punch off of our bench. Mitchell Robinson, Jordan Clarkson, right? They come in and just play great minutes. Tyler Kolek still trying to find his way, right? Because he still had a good game tonight. He still had the highest plus minus tonight. He still was tough on defense tonight. Aggressive with his shot. His shot wasn't falling from three, but he made a couple of plays to the rim that I thought were aggressive. I just like the way we playing basketball tonight. I like the way that Mike Brown knows what we want to do, and everybody else looks like they're buying into what we want to do. As soon as we get Cat on board, if that happens, I don't know. But as soon as we get him on board from a consistent basis, we are going to be a very, very hard team to beat. We're already a tough team to beat. Already with what we're doing. Can't leave out my guy Josh Hart. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists tonight. Like he's doing everything. He's doing everything. Everything you want him to do.
Who was that? Flea?
Josh Hart. Fucking Hart, baby. Josh Hart. What you want? You would be mad if we didn't have him, OG. You love to have him. We love to have him. We love to have him. What? Can't be mad at him. Yeah, I love everything about the way we bounced back from a tough loss the other night against Philly. We always got that rivalry against Miami. It's another team that we enjoy beating, right? Miami, Indiana, Boston. Those three teams in the Eastern Conference, we got smoke anytime, anywhere. We trying to beat them. So this is just a bounce back win, get us back on track, and let's get ready for Minnesota on Tuesday. I think we in Minnesota, and they're playing great basketball right now. So that's gonna be a test.
Great teams always look like they have different weapons to shoot at you, and that's what it's starting to look like. Brunson just was obviously the atomic bomb out here, going crazy on Miami. He just, I didn't get to see the first quarter. You guys were telling me about it, but the second quarter he looked like he was in rhythm, and Kolek just playing the entire quarter. You can see this Kolek Brunson lineup and this tandem. I'm surprised neither one of you called me out about. I didn't want Donovan Mitchell, but I'm okay with Tyler Kolek playing alongside Jaylen Brunson. And obviously he's way cheaper, but
consistent hypocrisy from you, but nobody ever calls it out. It's all right. Continue.
It's not really hypocritical. I mean, he's a second round pick.
Plenty of times that you practice hypocrisy, but I'm gonna let you. That's another day. It's another day, not today.
You're gonna have to point that out, brother.
I will.
As usual, I get interrupted within the first 15 seconds by either one of these two. And I'm okay with it because I look like this. The real shoulder roll. The Dominican shoulder roll.
You started it. All right. I'll be quiet.
But I love all the weaponry. OG had a bad 6 quarters. The last 6 quarters before the third quarter of tonight. Because the game against Philly was horrendous. And which is what I always expect from OG. I always say he's gonna score 30 points one game. The next 2 games, expect some bullshit. I know my guy already. He'd be full of it. And not full of it. He's probably just tired. Like it must take a lot out of him to be that great defensively and then show up on the offensive end. It's tiring, and especially when you're not built like that. But I should like that, like a monster. He's not an android. And with Mitchell Robinson just continuing to be himself. The Kel'el Ware thing. I mean, that guy. I saw the raw talent last year. We saw Udonis Haslam say he called Kel'el Ware after Mitchell Robinson dominated him the first game this season when we played them, and he showed improvement. Spoelstra was talking about his 3-point shots as of late. He's shooting for 47% from three this year. They're saying he's 7th in the league throughout the whole entire NBA. He looks like he's going to be just a threat. And if this is the beginning of it, fine. But we have to figure out a way to, to rotate on a guy like that, deny him the ball, deny him in his spots. He's still 190 pounds or whatever the hell he is. And it was tough for Mitchell Robinson to keep up with him. So I'll get the cat in a second. OG, I don't even know how you do something like that. Please set it offline before we even got on. Yabusele didn't make that floor. And we can see now the vote of confidence. You can always tell when somebody starts talking, let them talk long enough. They're going to tell you something. Mike Brown has already let us know who he has a vote of confidence in. He loves the aura. He loves Kolek. He loves Brunson. He loves Josh Hart. I don't know how much he loves Cat. He loves Mitchell Robinson. He don't like Yabusele
at all.
He's telling him, stay ready. And when you hear any words like stay ready, if you text a girl, stay ready, and you don't come through, the signs are there. The signs are there. So we saw, I think Steve Kerr was talking about keeping Kuminga on ice because they're trying to trade him. He even referenced trading Andrew Wiggins last season. He was in the same position. Yabusele might be in the same position now. Listen, we don't want you to get hurt because we don't need to trade damaged goods. We don't want any rescinded trades. We want you out of here. And I think we all can agree it would have been a bad move to have him out there, especially when you have to run down on every single possession against Miami. Even if you make the shot, you can't be behind, which is part of the reason why Mitchell Robinson was probably motivated tonight. They told him, yo, if I don't care what happens on the offensive end, you have to turn around and jet down because they're going to kick the ball down and you have to keep up with them to defend the shot. Make them set up in the half court because they're trying to catch you off guard in the first 2-3 seconds and get a good shot that way. And that's kind of gimmicky because who is their great one-on-one offensive player right now? Tyler Hero's out. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.